So today I'm going to teach you how to upload and schedule a video here in YouTube. It's actually a pretty simple way to do it, pretty simple task. And by the way, welcome to the Content Creator Tools channel. Here I teach you things like this. I also talk about gear, equipment, strategies, and things like that. Again, if this is your first time, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you could be notified. By the way, I'm going to use one of my channel that is monetized, and I'm going to share my screen right here. All you got to do is go to the top right corner and you're gonna click here create. From here you could go live, you could create a post, you could upload videos. If you don't see some of the things, it's probably because you haven't been approved for some of the stuff. I don't know how many it takes or how many subscribers it takes to create a post and things like that. But again, if I click here and upload videos, you're gonna come to this screen right here, and you could either grab a video and drop it in there, or you could click select file and then you will find the video you're looking for. Okay, so I just pick a random video that I have here in my library, and as I double click on it, it shows in here. Now, I am going to give you a little bit of tips on this thing right here, and kind of like the descriptions and things like that, so you don't have to write it over and over. I'm going to talk about that at the end of the video, but essentially, you're going to have this right here. Okay, so from here, there is a couple different things that you're going to see. If you notice here on the top, it's going to say details, it's going to say monetization, it's going to say video elements, check, and visibility. Now, if you monetize, obviously it's going to say monetization. If you're not going to have that choice right there. But again, you're going to have your descriptions and everything you want to put in there. If you go a little bit down, you're going to be able to upload a thumbnail. So essentially, if I click right here, it's going to take me to my files, and then I could go and pick the thumbnail that I want to put in there. If you go a little bit down, you're going to have a playlist. It's highly recommended for you to have multiple playlists. It's something that you should do. Again, it really helps your channels. Make sure you have a couple playlists, and your playlist is kind of related to whatever video you're uploading. If you go a little bit down, you're going to have your audience. My content is not made for children. If it's not, make sure you put that in there. If it is age restrictions or anything like that, make sure you put that in there. Again, if you click right here on the bottom, it's going to say show more. And if you click in here, again, you're going to have a little box right here, which means if you're getting paid, for the video, a sponsorship or something like that, you want to click that. What's going to happen is that when the video plays, YouTube is kind of going to give a little thing in the video that is going to say this video includes some promotions, right? If you go a little bit down, you're going to have tags. Now, usually in the tags, what I do is that I put the name of the video. I also put the name of my channel, and then I go and look for tags that are really relevant, and I put them in there. Again, the whole tagging thing could be a different video alone. There is a lot of information out there how to tag your video the proper way. You got video language, caption, and things like that. Really don't worry about these things. But again, one of the biggest thing is going to be your license right here, standard YouTube license. And again, once you set up this, it's always going to pretty much stay the same. Now, you're going to click next. And again, if you monetize, you're going to have this right here. So you click monetization, you're going to click on and then done, right? And then it's going to give you all the choices. Obviously, if you want to maximize your money, you want to have all these things selected right here. And if the video happens to be over 8 minutes long, this thing right here where it says manage mid-roll, it's going to have a hyperlink. You're going to be able to click there, and you're going to be able to put more advertising into your video. Usually, you see a lot of YouTubers making longer content. They could put more advertising into the video. Now, we click next. Now, this is going to be very important right here because, again, once again, if you monetize, you're going to see this. If you're not monetized, you're not going to see none of the stuff. But essentially right here, what it does is that YouTube is allowing you to pick what your video is about. Even if your video is not monetization or monetized friendly to the regulations or anything like that, you have the opportunity to tell YouTube that you want to post this video. It's not really a video that is suitable for full advertising. Now, if you click something like this, inappropriate language, and you come right here and you kind of click here, you see right here to the right, it's going to say limited ads right there. So again, just one of those things that you want to know, and this is actually very cool to understand, because as you understand this, you kind of understand the type of content that you got to make in order to make more money, right? To increase your profit, right? So again, whatever it is, you click it. Obviously, if it's inappropriate language, but it's going to be the first choice right here, you got to see right here, this one is actually safe for ads. So again, kind of be familiar with this. You have adult content, you have violence, you got shocking content. And again, it doesn't mean that this content is not going to be allowed in the platform. It's just that some of this content may not be completely advertising friendly, right? So again, like this right here, shocking content, right? The first one is safe. Anything after that is not. But again, for this video, I'm just going to click here, none of the above, right? You have controversial issues, sensitive events. Those are some of the tags that I typically use as well. And then you're going to submit your rating. Now, remember, it's important that you submit the right one, because if you submit the right rating, YouTube is going to start trusting you, and then they're going to kind of start trusting what you say. If you start picking the wrong one, your score is going to go down, and then they're going to really review your channel, right? So again, that's going to be it when it comes to that. Click next. Here, essentially what you could do is that you could put cards. I really recommend this as well. If you click here, you could pick a video. And again, I could just come here and just essentially pick a video that is going to be showing up in your timeline. And you can kind of go like this and maybe put it like right here, right? So let's say, for example, that I'm talking about my cell phone. I say I really like this case right here. As I'm saying that, maybe I want to put the video of the case that I really like, right? So if people want to know more about the case, they could kind of click on that, right? Then you're going to save that. Obviously, you go add subtitles as well, which a lot of people do. And then this one right here, end screen. You gotta see this a lot of times. You see people having like a little end screen. So essentially you have a little video and a little subscribe little tab right here. I usually use that a lot as well, right? So that's gonna be it. I don't have subtitles for this one, but again, that's gonna be it for that. You're gonna click next. It's gonna go through a process that it's gonna check what you're doing. It's gonna check your video to make sure that it's friendly for advertising and things like that. Next. Okay, here you got a couple different choices, right? So private, obviously, it's going to be in private. That's kind of what I always do. And essentially, I do that because once you upload the video, you need to understand that that video is going to take a little bit of time for YouTube to process that video. YouTube is going to be able to process the video in different resolutions. So if you upload a video that is 4K, your audience may not see that video that is 4K into a few hours from now, because YouTube has to go through that process. So it's pretty good to set up the video in private, leave it in private, leave it there for a couple hours if it's 4K footage for YouTube to process that video. If it's 1080p, in my experience, it does pretty well, right? A few minutes is already processed, right? But I usually put it on private, and then later on, I go back and I schedule the video. Unlisted is pretty much kind of like private, but the only difference is that if you send the link to somebody, those people with a link will be able to see the video, right? So if you have a video that you don't want to post to your audience, but you want a buddy of yours to watch it, you put it in unlisted, you send it to him, that person could actually watch it, and later on, you could put it public. Obviously, members only will be if you have actually a membership, your channel has been qualified or activated for that. Those videos will only be shown to your members. And then you have public. Now, one of the cool things about public is that once you click on public, you can actually set this up as a premiere. So what a premiere means, if you want to do that, is that as the video play, people will have the choice to put comments. So essentially, it's kind of like a live stream, but it's a pre-recorded video. So once the video is over, you have the interaction with your audience, but then the video just is kind of like a regular video. So a lot of people do that if they have a really big video that they want to put out there and they want to participate in the comments, like the creator wants to be in the comments to answer any questions. They will set it up as premiere. They will be there answering questions. Normally speaking, if I'm setting all my content for the whole week, I just put it as public because I don't plan to be in the comments right there. I may be in the comments later on, maybe about an hour later, to answer any questions that people may have. And then obviously schedule. This is something that I use a lot. I schedule my videos. Obviously here, you could pick a day. Let's say I want to pick the 22nd and I want to post this about 12 a.m., right? So again, I could click here and click schedule. Obviously, they're still checking the video, so it's kind of telling me to, it's going to take a minute. And close. Now, I'm going to come down here to my settings, and the reason why I want to come here to my settings is because I want to show you this. If you go to settings and then upload defaults, then here in the description, you can set up the description. So whatever you want to put in your description, just put it there. So what's going to happen is that every single time you click a video to upload, that is going to show, and you don't have to copy and paste constantly. This thing right here is going to save you a ton of work. And there you have it, guys. That's pretty much how you upload and schedule a video here in YouTube. I hope the video helped you out. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.